Thanks for staying with us. So our very first story this morning, and the West Africa Gas Pipeline Company, WAPCO, has deferred its decision to cut gas supply to Ghana pending the outcome of negotiations between Ghana and NGAS on the country's plans to settle some $103 million owed the gas supplier. Corporate Affairs Director of the West African Gas Pipeline Company, Harriet Rekumrobe, confirmed the deferment in an interview with Joy News earlier today. According to her, WAPCO has been asked to hold on to the decision of cutting gas supply to the country till the parties are able to conclude negotiations as to how to offset the debt and ensure consistent payment for supply of the commodity.
We received verbal information that pending the outcome of the ongoing discussions, the curtailment has been deferred. So based on that, WAPCO did not take any action.
So does it mean that we are going to have gas flow through our pipelines?
What it means is that gas is flowing through the pipeline as we speak.
What has accounted for this decision? Has Ghana paid up the debt?
No. It is pending. That's why I said, based on verbal communication that we received last night, that there is ongoing discussion, about how VRA would meet the conditions that were set by NGAS. So pending the result of that discussion, we have been asked by NGAS to hold on.
Well, meanwhile, Petroleum Minister has hinted of impending changes to the petroleum pricing law, which should affect the pricing formula for the fuel sold at the pumps. He explains this is necessary for the successful implementation of the petroleum pricing deregulation policy.
The purpose of the policy is to allow for competitive pricing, removal of government interventions, and elimination of forest losses faced by importers. The policy, which commenced on 1st of July 2015, is aimed at achieving a fully deregulated market for all products with the exception of residual fuel and premise fuel. In the long run, the consumer will be the beneficiary of the price deregulation and improved services that we envision. So far, the deregulation policy has been very successful in achieving these purposes, but we still have a long way to go to strengthen the MPA to ensure that this price deregulation policy is fully enforced. Some proposed amendments to sections of the MPA Act and pricing regulations, LI 2186, have been laid before Parliament and will come into effect after 21 days as the law requires.
Well, we'll bring you much more on that subsequently, but now the Western Regional Office of the Electricity Company of Ghana has begun an aggressive campaign to recover over 18 million Ghana cedis owed it by various public institutions in the region. The power company has so far cut power supply to the main administrative block of the Takoradi Polytechnic for failing to pay some 952,000 cedis owed the company. Supply to the GBC transmission station in Takwa has also been cut for non-payment of bills. Well, we'll be speaking to our correspondent on this particular bit, that's Kweku Sopepa, as well as the ECG for some answers on that particular one. Let's do some politics now. And former President John Agyekum Kufuor is the latest to back calls for the completion of a new voters register. Now, speaking with leaders of the Let My Vote Count campaign group, Mr. Kufuor said the Electoral Commission should heed the voice of Ghanaians and replace the existing role.
The sovereignty of the land really issues from the people. And this is why we vote. So the citizens use their vote, indicating their power to pick people to represent them in their fora, whether it's the legislature or even the executive. And so if a citizen, and the people demanding needn't even be majority of the people, if truly some section of the people or most of the people or whatever should feel that they need to be sure of the quality of the vote, deciding who should govern, those people should be entitled. And the Electoral Commission is accountable. It's accountable to the people generally. The Electoral Commission is a power, not a power unto itself. I think this should be made clear. Yes, the Constitution provides for its independence, but that same Constitution has as its cornerstone accountability and transparency. Accountability to the source of power, and that source is the people, the citizenry. Electoral Commission is accountable, and our Electoral Commission must be transparent. The cost of having a faulty election cannot be imagined. I've had opportunity, as I was reminded, to see what transpired in Kenya. Within the short space of about a month, over 1,500 people got slaughtered. We are not counting the other properties destroyed. I was in Côte d'Ivoire. I led some observer teams to observe the election, the last one. And in fact, the coming election, again, I'm leading a group to observe in that country. I led a team to observe the last Nigerian election. And the one before that too, I led the team to observe. So I've seen what faulty elections can do to otherwise peaceful people. Ghana has escaped so far some of the devastations that overtook those lands. We pray they don't happen here in Ghana. And so I'm with you entirely, completely, that the Electoral Commission should not plead excuses like cleaning the register. We've come to the point, and it's a new electoral commission, or chair of commission. I hope she will start her tenure with a very clean slate.
Well, to our left story, where the Western Regional Office of the Electricity Company of Ghana has begun an aggressive campaign to recover over 18 million Ghana cedis owed by various public institutions in the region. The power company has so far cut power supply to the main administrative block of the Takoradi Polytechnic for failing to pay some 952,000 cedis owed the company. Supply to the GBC transmission station in Takwa has also been cut for non-payment of bills. So let's get more on this from correspondent Kweku Osopipra, who joins us now over the telephone. Kweku, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Now, which government agencies have been worst hit by this exercise by the ECG? Kweku, if you can hear me, I'm asking of the government institutions that have been worst affected by this decision by the ECG. Okay. Kweku Osopipra doesn't seem to be hearing me there. We'll rectify the lines there and bring him back on, as well as the Western Regional Public Relations Officer of the Electricity Company of Ghana. We're taking a break here on News Desk. We'll be back with some more.